as a softener or tenderizer leads to reduction of. We have to do something, and we have a lot of fake products today in the society. So, Mr. Speaker, I join my force and I commend the Alamin, and I wish all these things are put into place so that we have a healthy environment. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Dola. Any additional submission? Okay, I think it's self-explanatory. I just want to say that we are in a very peculiar situation in this country. The motion as it is today, as moved by Honorable Olalere, truly calls for concern. No doubt about that. That people are cutting corners in order to make ends meet. And in cutting corners, they are using that to affect the health of Nigerians and our people in Oyo State, so to say. All that has been mentioned in this motion indicates why we have high increase in shutdown of kidney, liver issues, and what have you. I was reading over the weekend in the media the rate at which our government hospitals are filled with complaints of kidney failure. These are one of the reasons. And we have to take it serious, honorable colleagues, because we walk into various eateries and what have you without knowing how some of these foods are being prepared. In fact, I was shocked when he read that paracetamol is being used to soften beef. This is something that calls for critical look. And based on Honorable Diola's submission, that we look into the committee to commit this to, I think we can have a joint committee, environment and health, to look at it. Because NAFDAC, that is saddled with the responsibility of approval of some of these things, is with Ministry of Health. While we have the environmental health officers who are supposed to go around to ensure that some of these eateries that are springing up here and there are properly maintained. Not just maintained in terms of cleanliness and hygiene, but even the way they prepare their food and what have you. I remember when we were growing up, we used to have them go around. They will even ask for a sample to taste from the food that are being prepared in some of these eateries, but I doubt if they even do that again. But we use this medium to ask that the Committee on Environment and Health, as it is stated here, that the Committee on Health to engage the officials of Ministry of Health in charge of food and public health. Maybe we could just amend and say the Committee of Health and Environment should join. So in doing that, we will have an holistic understanding when they report back to the House. So I'll put the question as amended, that those in support, that all the resolution as contained and amended in the body of the motion, those in support that it should be allowed to go, say aye. Those again say yea. The ayes have it. Leader of the House.
Mr. Speaker and esteemed colleague, the next item On the order of the day paper for this afternoon is another motion. A motion on a passionate appeal to your state government.
Honorable Babaje, please, we're on the floor.
A passionate appeal to your state government to rehabilitate existing and construct more public toilets to eradicate the menace of open defecation, create sanity, healthy living, and eradicate diseases. OIHAM/10/14/23. That this honorable house take cognizance of negative effect of open defecation on the environment and human health with a view to urging the executive arm of government through relevant MDA to send necessary machinery in motion to rehabilitate existing and construct more public toilets to eradicate the menace of open defecation to forestall outbreak of diseases. Honorable M.O. Akande, Modiu Akande, Ibadan Southeast 1. Ohe Babalola, Ibadan Southeast 1. Ohe Owolabi, Ibadan South Northeast 2. Ehi Olajide Lagelu and Ohe Omekunle, Ibadan Southeast 2, co-sponsors.
Mover of the motion, please take the floor.
Right, Honorable Speaker, sir, esteemed colleagues, my name is Akande Modiu Opeyemi, representing Ibadan Southeast Constituency 1. Motion: a passionate appeal to Oyo State government to rehabilitate existing and construct more public toilets to eradicate the menace of open defecation, create sanity, healthy living, and eradicate diseases. Your Honor, M.O. Akande, Southeast 1, O.A. Owolabi, Ibadan Northeast 2, A.E. Olajide Lagelu, and O.A. Omekunle, Ibadan Southeast 2, A.O. Babalola, Ibadan Northeast 1, co-sponsor the House. No, the same cleanliness is next to godliness. In addition, a clean environment established, healthy living. Open defecation is the practice of passing excrete in open field. Whatever, an open trenches without proper disposal of human exterior, it is also classified as unimproved sanitation. In spite of 15 years of conjunctive efforts under global action plans such as Millennium Development Goals, MDGs, targets for improved sanitation were not met, which imply access to improved sanitation facilities, flush latrine or pit latrine, were not enjoyed by the great percentage of populace of developing nations. Research and show that 90% of people who reside in rural areas indulge in this nefarious act, which pose significant health risks such as transferable infectious diseases, diarrhea, typhoid, cholera, and viral infection persist in some localities, with almost 85% of open defecation living in rural areas, where people in poorest quantity are 9 times more likely to defecate in open than those from rich quantity. Further note that the current reality in the country is problem of open defecation caused by the lack of provision of toilets, which has steadily and gradually resulted in various diseases, conditions, or many already frustrated Nigerians, particularly in our constituency, Ibadan Southeast 1 and 2, where so much expectation rests on our shoulders as an elected representative in this hallowed chamber. This is a risk scenario in areas such as Sulia Adedeji Memorial Primary School, Agbogbo Maternity Center, Labo, Oroyan, Market area. These are unique communal structure of Yoruba parlance referred to as Agbole and other localities at Ibadan Southeast 1 and 2 constituency specifically. Aware that Sule Adedeji Memorial School is majorly affected with the menace of home education because people in the area usually defecate inside the classrooms due to non-availability of public toilets in the area, thereby posing threat to the learning process and activities of schools. Also, Agbogbo Maternity Center that is expected to be neat and tidy always witness defecation, and this is very risky for the health of resident of the area. Mr. Speaker, sir, distinguished, very risky for the health resident of the area. Colleague, Oroyo market is popular market within Ibadan Southeast local government. The market also lack public toilet, and this has negative effect on business transaction in the market. Further aware that the 9th Oyo State House of Assembly passed Oyo State Open Education Prohibition Law 2021 Section 3 of law state that nobody shall defecate or deposit feces in open places anywhere in the state. Observes that His Excellency Seyi Makinde, a friend of commoner and leader par excellence, has passionately committed himself and the present government to the welfare and well-being of people as part of measure to ameliorate the suffering of the masses of Oyo State. The MAPA plan in the M22 2.2 to create an enabling environment for healthy living of the citizens of caution the effect of open defecation. Further observed that according to 2021 Water Sanitarian and Hygiene Watch National Outcome Routine Mapping on Nigeria sanitation status, 48 million people practice open defecation, while 95 million were without access to basic sanitization services. There is need to do things differently by meeting demand for public toilet. The private sector can work closely with tier of government. In addition, communities play a huge role in sustainability and strengthening sanitization in market and public places. Concerned that open education pollutes the environment, expose children and adults to critical health problems like diarrhea, leading to untimely death. Further concern that open defecation negatively portrays the state and does not attract tourists and investors, thereby leading to low internally generated revenue of the state. Resolved to judge executive arm of government through the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources, Health Education, and Science and Technology, local government and shit housing matter, Oyo State Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Agency, Rusawa, to set up a coordinating committee team to draw up a sustainable plan for construction of public toilet in some designated areas such as schools, markets, and other public places in affected areas across the state. The Ministry of Information to intensify advocacy to Oyo State populace to sensitize them to prevalence and danger of open defecation. Relevant MDAs to ensure that motor park, shopping complex, market, restaurant, education, financial institution, public-private buildings, communities, petrol station, and recreation centers make provision for functional lavatory and wash system. The Bureau of Physical Planning ensure that no private building or business site plan is approved without provision of toilet facilities, and those whose toilets are not properly maintained be sanctioned appropriately. And the Ministry of Local Government and Shit Housing Matter ensure that sanitary officials implement the Open Defecation Prohibition Law 2021 to ensure compliance and direct local government and local council development area LCDAs in Ibadan South East State constituency to make provision for public toilet and mobilized toilet in strategic location as well as effective maintenance. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, we beg to move.
Thank you, Honorable Akonde. Any seconder to the motion? Honorable Babajide.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, I still remain Honorable Adeba Babajide Gabriel, representing the good people about not to state constituency. I still remain the Jagaban of 9 and 10 Assembly. I'm also here today to be a seconder to this motion moved by my honorable colleagues, Akonde Owolabi Olajide Omikunle, a passionate appeal to Oyo State government to rehabilitate existing construction, more public toilets, eradicate the menace of open defecation, create sanity, health living, and eradicate disease. Well, I believe in the 9th Assembly, there's a bill that will pass through the Committee on Environment, which are also the part of them as well. But I think we have not been doing so well about this. Also, I think we need to gear up all our private companies in Oyo State. If you get to Lagos State, you will see how the private companies are doing their own community development to the state. In Oyo State, you will hardly find what the little they are giving back to the community. The banks are not doing anything to the community, which I believe I've not seen anything about this in Oyo State. Even in my constituency, which is the metropolitan environment, we have such this problem as well. We have market in Songo, in Ibadan North. We have Bodija. If you get to all the railway, you see defecation everywhere. So I think we need to gear the companies in Oyo State, maybe through labor and productivity, or to the Ministry of to the Committee on Environment as well, to let them know what are they giving back to us. Because we are complaining, we are talking about the government. Government cannot do it all. Because the same government will look out for the people, to the masses. How do we pay the salaries? How do we develop the state? How do we bring the community? How do we bring inter-road in the state? So we cannot put all load on the government. We need to look outside. We need to think outside the box. How can we bring people in to do some things for us? Lagos State is going far better than us because the company, the banks are doing things. If you get to roundabout in many places in Lagos State, you will see how beautified it is through the banks, through the company, but here we have the little we have, they're not bringing anything to us. I think we need to call them to also, we need to gear up the local government. Many local governments are generating IGR. I'm sorry to say in Ibadan North, for the past 10 months or a year ago, there's not even a single project done by the local government chairman. Even the toilets is not done. The only thing you see, they evacuate, they do this, they do that. There's no tangible project before or from them. So how are we generate an IGR? What are they using the IGR for? So I think we need to wake them up and do something meaningful to the community for what people need. If you get to Agbaje market, they are calling me to come and build toilets. This is my job, but I have no choice than to do for them because that's what they requested for. I'm a lawmaker. I'm here to seek for people to talk about what my constituency are needed for. But right now, I campaign. I cannot tell them I'm a lawmaker. I have to do something to showcase for them. In last night assembly, I did 24 boreholes, 6 toilets on my own name alone because I have no choice than to do it. That's why I'm here today. If I tell you, I'm sorry, I'm a lawmaker. The right people to do this are not doing it. They have no choice than to come to us. So I think the environment, the Committee on Environment, productivity to do something. And even at that, the trade committee on trade as well, to do something about the market. What are the markets? What are they doing on themselves? They have the committee of the market. They receive money from the people that sells on the road. What are they using the money for? What are they bringing back to the state? Nothing. All the things have been signed funding. So I think we need to call them to order and wake them up. In so saying, I make it secondary to this motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Babajida. Any other submission? Honorable Mambaje.
Thank you. Yeah, Mambaje by name. Edo State constituency, yes. Just a little buttress to what my colleagues just said now. You know, we can understand the situation on the ground by comparing Lagos State and Oyo State. It's far, far, far different. Lagos State is an excellent state, which we could compare with other state. Ordinary Lagos alone, you can compare with state. But what I will suggest from my own mind is that we need to call all those private companies, actually like banks. Every year they always try to beautify the front of the secretariat and the other thing in the state. We need to call them to order, to let them understand that this is where they are making their money. And we are the one that kept that money in their banks. And by doing this, they're supposed to have responsibility to the people of the state also. Not to just sorting our money by the transfer, did that. All money was just going like that. So they need to pay back. And this is time we need to call their attention to let them understand that we need their service in our dore, and that's we can be able to understand that we are there for them. But it did not call them. That they don't know that it is their right. According to what Didi just said now, it's right. They are doing it in Lagos. All the parastatals, they always enjoy such a thing. And then because of your stay, we just put our hand looking at them. We believe that they always enjoy doing the way they like. And they also, in local government, according to the GD, yes, local government chairman, we need to call their attention on this issue. By trying to, at least, toilet is most important, especially in the market area. There is not too much for them. They can build each toilet every month or every three months in their own area. If they can be doing this, all this will not come up again. So we need to do our needful as a lawmaker, as a representative of the people of the state. So we need to call these people to let them understand that this is it's a joint committee. And they mentioned Committee on Labor and Productivity, Committee on Commerce and Industry, Committee on Cooperative, and we are there too. And then we are ready by the order given through the Speaker of the House. If you can do it now, we are ready to work now. But if you refuse to do it, we will leave it for you. Thank you.
Honorable Adiola.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Once again, my name is Honorable Adiola, and I represent the people of Ise and Itesuaju State Constituency. While still appreciating Honorable Modiu Akande, I want us to understand the motion as it is very, very important to our dear state. Right, Honorable Mr. Speaker, according to UNICEF, close to 4 million people, 4 million, I mean Nigeria as a whole. In fact, for us to be able to meet up with the standard World Health Organization, we will be in need of over 4 million toilets in Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, sir, as I'm talking to you today, over 113 million people do not have access to toilets in Nigeria. And Oyo State ranking number 3 in the Committee of State in Nigeria. And that should tell you the importance of this bill, of this motion. Like my people have said in the other time, what happened to the contractors, our business partners in Oyo State? What have been their corporate responsibilities to the society? If somebody has come to the state and have collected billions of contracts, and he just leave us like that without having any corporate responsibility being carried out in the state, how much is a toilet? So, and these are the areas we have been saddled with responsibility to represent our people. So, Mr. Speaker, we should not just close our eyes to that area. And the government is All is best to ensure that Oyo State is ranked among the best states in Nigeria. Then all other areas that need efforts of other stakeholders in the state, then we should call them to order. Most of my people have talked about marketplaces and the local government. Let's start from our very close area here. Mr. Speaker has some committees to go to Bodija. Let us analyze and statistically establish how many shops do we have in Bodija, then how many toilets do we have. We can start from that place. There are a lot of consultants building the gigantic shopping complex. By the time you assess that complex, you will see that there are no toilet availabilities are not there. So, Mr. Speaker, I join my voice to the move of this motion that necessary steps taken in order to address this issue, so as not to put the life of our citizens of our state into danger unnecessarily. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Canada. Wale. Sorry. Okay, my dear brother, I thought you were the one.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Olorun Potoraman. I represent the good people of Oyo East and Oyo West State constituency. I want to appreciate the movers of this motion because it is one that is of very high importance in the community. And because there is no way we will have a community without enough defecation facility, and we expect that people will live in good health. I also want to add to the motion that, to the prayers, that it should be made compulsory for every household to have toilet facilities, which will set the government, the Ministry of Environment should should release the enforcement officers to check and ensure that every household have toilet facilities. There is no way people will build houses and then you expect that short puts will be the means of defecation. It is not acceptable. It is not human. It does not befit people in this age, 21st century. So I want to strongly advise that we should make it a point of importance that every household should have toilet facilities. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Olorunpoto. I think we have had enough information on this motion. And I just want to say that it's quite disheartening. It's very sad that at this point in time, we are talking of open defecation in our state. In fact, Honorable Adiola, when he mentioned that we were ranked third, we are now ranked second in Nigeria. About 40% of Oyo State people practice this menace, so to say, and it's very sad. But coincidentally, I remember that Night Assembly did pass a law, a bill, which is presently with the executive waiting for the governor's assent. So this motion is coming at a better time to urge the executive to pass into law the bill that has been, the bill that has been passed by this house into law, to sign it into law. Once the governor assents to it, it becomes a law. And so many of our people who don't really understand or know that what the house is doing is germane. So, Honorable Akonde, once again we thank you for coming up. This motion serves as a reminder now, and I'm very sure the executive will wake up to their responsibility. Coincidentally, my constituency was a beneficiary of a public toilet last 2 years or thereabout through UNICEF, because I was my humble self was, and some other members were the sponsors of that bill to eradicate open defecation in Oyo State. We were beneficiary of a toilet and a borehole project. And I know Uwasa is equally trying to come up with some project on public toilet. In addition, I want to say, with the leave of the House, if the Honorable House can allow for us to meet with corporate entities in Oyo State and have a kind of dialogue with them. Because part of our submission has been, what are they doing in terms of their corporate social responsibility? Honorable Mabaja mentioned the issue of decorating the bridge, under the bridge during Yuletide season. Yes, you are decorating that, but we need something that will keep us alive. When toilets are provided, our people will be able to make use of it instead of defecating in an opening place and spreading diseases and what have you. And thank God the school children are here, and I'm very sure they'll be able to take one or two things back to their states, to their schools, to educate themselves as well on open defecation. So once again, I want to rule on the prayer. Those in support.
Mr. Speaker, some amendment to the prayer.
Amendment, what amendment?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Benga Oyekola is my name.
Okay.
I want us to consider the title of the motion. This is a passionate appeal to Oyo State government to rehabilitate existing and construct more public toilets to eradicate the menace of open defecation, create sanity, healthy living, and eradicate diseases. Part of the prayer reads, B of the prayer, direct local government and local council development areas in Oyo State, in Ibadan Southeast constituency, to make provision for public toilet and mobile toilet in strategic locations as well as effective maintenance. The whole body and title of the motion has to do with Oyo State. I want us to amend that resolution. Instead of being too much particular about Ibadan Southeast State constituency, why not Oyo State? Direct all the local government and SCDAs. Mr. Speaker, it is a thing of shame if at this Allo chamber we are standing up this morning to say that we should direct our people that each household should have toilet. It is a thing of shame that we should have toilet at this age. But this is exactly what is happening. Most of our public primary schools have been turned to public toilet. I pity primary school teachers. They leave school today, by the time they come back tomorrow, they see their classrooms defecated with excrete. They will excrete there. They don't even want to bloody care if these people are coming tomorrow. So I still want to ensure, to add to the leg of our resolution.
Okay, Honorable Benga, thanks for that additional recommendation. So what we're saying in essence is that we expunge direct local government and local council development areas in Ibadan Southwest to redirect all local government and LCDs to provide for toilets in all their domain. Is it okay like that? In Oyo State. Okay, then we will now, I will put the question as amended. Those in support that the prayer on this motion be passed by this honorable house as amended, say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker and esteemed colleague, the next item on the order of the day paper is third reading of Blood Transfusion Safety Bill 2022. OYHB/09/88/22. Presentation of report of the Committee on Health on Blood Transfusion Safety B 2022. Honorable Liliwan G. Samino, Saki East Atisbo State Constituency Chairman of the Committee.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleague, I'm Honorable Simon.
Chairman, please,